Hello everybody, welcome to episode 28 of the Tamagotchi Reconnection series here. So, we got some good news! The series will be continuing onwards, cause we got a male and a female! Both of them, look at them, they're doing great, look at that. Amazing. Both of them are doing really awesome, really well, really excited about this. So, woo there! So, excited for that push. So, this generation will become the old couple generation, because I want to have the special character that comes out of having two old characters. So, the next generation, when they're ready, will be with us way longer than the usual stages for these Tamas, usually, because we have them till the old age. Which means that we will actually be doing a lot more connection features this time around. So we'll be doing a lot more connection stuff because we have to get them to, love each other completely. So it'll be very awesome to see that fun. So that's what we'll be doing there for a bit. It'll be just connect, and be doing that for a whole entire time. Well, till they get older, because, we need them to be at the stage where it'll show the Tamagotchi, and then it'll show, hearts and stuff underneath it at some point. Yeah, here, let's see. Yeah, see, that it shows a little neutral face there currently. But, you're trying to push that to become, all hearts or whatever. We didn't do it too much in the last two generations, because we've just had boys, so... And the issue with just, having complete boy characters is you don't really get, the whole, point of, connection marriages and stuff like that. You just get, weird playtime visits, and, that's okay for stuff like that. But, that, kind of gimmick kind of wears off after a bit, so... I'm excited to have two different ones, though, so we can finally have the wondrous connection marriage. It's pretty exciting. So, this one is the male. Let's see. He has black pixels and a white hat, and then the other one is the white body and the black hat, basically. And that's how you can tell if it's a boy or a girl. Which is way better than what these devices usually tell you, because half the time they don't even tell you personally. It tells you, when, what is it? When the parent finally leaves or whatever like that. But the issue is that screen goes away super quickly. So, on our first run when we started up, I wasn't paying attention, and that screen went away immediately, and I didn't know which one was the boy, which one was the girl. So... I'm glad that this time around we can actually sit down and tell who's who, so that's really exciting. And I'm glad that we finally have the old people marriage, because you actually need one of each gender. Gender, blah, 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 blah. I am not speaking English today. My English is not really great. Haha. But we got both of them, so those two will become the old ones. And it's amazing! Today these guys have been pretty easy. We actually had to play some minigames with them, so I guess let's do that real quickly. Actually, let's see. Can I do a longer minigame on this one? I can, so let's go pick out a fun minigame to do. So let's see. Let's try hoops. I'm not great at hoops, but I always want to keep on trying. I still don't like hoops. You're supposed to, match it up with a certain pixel or whatever, and, you can sit down and easily do that. So, there is actually a way to sit down and be like, oh, right about there, I think. Is it right there? I don't know where the pixel length goes. Yeah, you want to match it up to, the little straight line of pixels. Issue is it's very hard to sit there and do that. Well... It's like this. Yeah, because then it does that, so. Not my favorite of the minigames. I don't like how that one works out for the whole aspect of it. I feel like that one could have a way better timing aspect in it, so. Not my favorite. Sprint is just mashing the buttons a bunch of times. And we do have memory, which I have not done too much of, actually. So I guess we'll sit down with memory. So, you just have to go with the arrows. Left, right! Yeah, so you have left, right, up. So, Pretty simple little thing. Issue is I don't have the greatest of memories, so we are basically trusting my memory to be what it is. Oh, there's the first ups. Now, I do like this way more than, what was it, the V1's memory game. I wish the character would animate more on the bottom. There we go. So, yeah, I wish the character would animate while you were doing stuff. That's what the older one did, like in the V1 or whatever. Like, the character would animate while it was doing stuff. I do like the actual depiction of arrows, though, because that's way more easier for me to remember than... Yeah, I totally messed that one up. Because I was not paying attention that time. We got 70 bucks from that. That was great. So that means we probably got 1 heart out of that. So pretty exciting stuff there. Actually, we had 2 hearts. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty cool, if I had to say so myself. I'll probably do... Let's see. Anything fancy in here? Did we already get the bow? I don't know if we had the bow. Do we have the bow? We do have a magic lamp that I never used, I guess. I guess we could use that magic... Or no, I want to hold off on that magic lamp, because usually it's better to use those later on. No, I guess we don't have the bow tie. So let's go to the shop. Let's slap on that bow tie, because why not? Go get that bow tie and set it up on my Tama. Bow tie! Look how fancy that Tama is. Bam, look how fancy. Amazing. So fancy. And there we go. That was pretty much it for that little animation there. I guess I could sit down with another minigame, which I will go on and do, because that's pretty exciting. So, or I guess before I gotta do that, it is pretty exciting to have both the male and the female. We do have to wait the standard 3 days, though, which is there on that part. I think today counts as day 1, and then tomorrow will be day 2, and then day 3 will be, was it Sunday? Which is good for me, because I'm not doing much on Sunday. So I can easily sit down and take care of baby stages, which is great for me. Hopefully it's not Monday, because Monday I'm a bit busy that day. Though, good part is once they do go to like just being the baby itself, it goes to like the sort of pause screen or whatever, which I can say this like it's perfectly just a pause screen almost. Basically, when the parent leaves, it goes like into this weird pause screen because you have to name the Tama, and so if you have something to do, you can just completely avoid that, or you can do your stuff and then come back to it later. It basically just works as a cool little pause screen, which is really nice. Really like that. As one of the favorite functions, I say. So if it is Monday, then these baby stages will probably start a little bit later than what I would usually do, but that's just because I have stuff to get a hold of to do. And we have to make them happy by one thing. Oh, this one needs food. Do we got any weird food? No, because I don't buy too much weird food for it, so we'll give it bread. And then we'll have the weird baby feeding animation. There we go. Every time I see that animation, I think it's like, is it like a bird or something like that, where it's like where you watch birds puke into the baby's mouth? Like, that's what I feel like that's what they're doing sometimes. Like, ew, that's weird. But, that's pretty much it, I'm going to say for, I guess we'll check the shop, actually, before we do that. So we got this weird few days of random stuff, to be honest. Ooh, we actually got a ticket this time. Ooh, do we actually want to sit down with the ticket? Okay. Oh. It's Poop Man. He's coming around to clean up the poop. So we got a ticket there. It's great you can interrupt the shop screen. That's great to know that. But, So we do actually have a ticket in the shop, which I'm going to actually go ahead and get at. So I guess let's go play a bit of mini games real quickly before we push too far ahead. So let's see. We'll probably do a few games of heading because heading is pretty quickly done. So let's go get some this out of the way. Play that quick game of heading. I've gotten way too used to playing this game because it is like the shortest one and it gives like a decent payout. No! I say that and like I do something stupid immediately. Woo! Doesn't matter, we got some money out of that. You can't be too mad. We got the funds. We got some funds in there. We are needing a little bit of money, so might as well take advantage of the situation and get this going. And I do recommend actually getting a lot of the money before the fact, so you can pay the poop man early, because, man, it is a horrible nightmare once, like, what is it? When you have to start from the base. Oh, come on. I don't want that. See, this is what happens when I'm talking. I stop paying attention, and this, like, ruins my whole concentration. But good news is we'll be at 4,000 way quicker, so that's great. But, yeah, with the... What is it? You want to pay for the poop man probably quickly and early, because if you do that earlier, you don't have to deal with the weird, like, sickness stuff that the autonomous can get from, like, the earlier stages. And I recommend it, like, at the very end of the stage, too, because, like, the parent and the child both poop a lot. So it's, like, double the poop intake, which, is a nightmare, I say. And it's, like, one of the better functions to have, because the poop will fill up pretty quickly. Man, I'm not doing great today at this game. See, I keep spending my time talking, and this is not working out for me, because I should not be talking. I should be playing the game. Yeah. Because my brain's like, you need to... come on. Why is the button not wanting to interact? But it's going to be weird when I go back to a different Tamagotchi and, like, have buttons that actually work most of the time again. I will say that has been one of my more actual, like, bigger complaints with this device, is that the buttons kind of feel unresponsive sometimes. Like, I don't know why, but, because, yeah, I hit the button and, the buttons are weird on this device. It's not my favorite of these old experience. And I really don't want to play the other minigames, because the other minigames take forever, and I need the money and take... Yeah, because I don't like the buttons on these things. I do like how they updated the minigames, but man, whatever they use for the buttons here is not the greatest. I feel like they have too much travel distance, and I don't know if that was like the same with the older one. It probably could have been. Come on. Because the Japanese ones have the shorter travel distance with their buttons instead of a longer travel distance. So, I way much prefer a shorter buttons compared to longer buttons. I don't know if anyone else prefers that. But man, I wonder if the Japanese versions, the Japanese releases have shorter buttons. Anyone who has bought a Japanese modern connection, or yeah, one of these modern ones, does it have shorter buttons? Because if it does, then man, I'm so buying a set of those. Because I'm so not a fan of these longer buttons. I'm much more of a shorter button person than long buttons. These long buttons are tedious. You get used to tapping these buttons again. See, the issue is I'm going to get used to this, and then I'm going to go back to like playing a Japanese one, like shortly after probably. And then I'm going to have to get used to longer buttons again. See, there we go. That's a quick game. That's how you're supposed to do it. Like, man. I'm not a fan of these longer buttons. I know some people are. I know a lot of people like the longer style buttons, but man, I'm too used to like Digimon and stuff like that, where they all have shorter buttons. And like same with other devices where it's all shorter stuff. So I'm not a fan of these like longer ones. Because with the longer ones, you actually have to push a bit deeper in there. And this is how you can tell I probably don't get too many American Tamagotchis. Though we'll have the, V5 and V5.5 connections. Because got that off of a really awesome sale. And we will have some of those pretty soon. Which is going to be pretty exciting. And that'll be really awesome to run one of those. Don't know if I'll be doing another Tamagotchi series immediately after this one, though. Because I've been tempted by other things. And there we go, another easy 400 points. See, this minigame's pretty short. You just have to get like into the pattern, into the movement. And we got a few more of these minigames to play through, so let's do this real quickly. I know people probably didn't want to sit here and watch me play Bumper for a bunch of times, but we could go take a trip with our Tamagotchi, and we're going to see that today. We're going to have one of these longer episodes where we get to sit down and like take our Tamagotchi on a nice trip. Because we're working 9 to 5 on this one. Working 9 to 5. Gotta stay to make a living. I don't remember the song that well. No! No! I do wish these, like, I wish they would start getting used to, like, adding, plastic buttons for some of these devices? Because that is, like, one thing I love about, like, the color Tamagotchis, is they use, the plastic overlay for buttons. And, man, that is so much fancy. I love the feel of the plastic buttons. I wish they'd do it with the older devices. And I'm shocked that isn't, like, a custom case thing yet, where, like, plastic buttons are a thing. Like, I feel like that should be, like, a cool modding scene type thing. Like, swap these out for, like, the little contact pad things and, like, put plastic buttons on top of them. Because I feel like you could get, like, so much more, like, space or whatever to, like, hit down and press all the buttons and stuff like that. So, very nice. It'd be very, very nice, I say. Very nice. But I guess I have to get used to the weird little buttons here. Get used to the weirdness of these buttons. There we go, another amount. How much more money do we gotta make? We only gotta make a little bit, so let's play a different minigame, because I'm not wanting in the mood to play more of weird stuff. Do we want to play Sprint? I guess we could play Sprint. And it's like the one minigame where it's like, ugh. I'll use my thumb, even though I'm not great at mashing buttons with my thumb. I was like, should I try this with my fingers? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because we're going to lose immediately. I hate this. We still got $5 out of that, but man, I always hate that. That's another reason why I'm not a big fan of this, because like this game's all about mashing buttons. And it'd be such an easy one to sit down and be like, ugh, but like, no, it's not like that. Woo! Smashing buttons! And there we go. First victory. Victory is ours. Or if we're going off like the old like Samurai Showdowns, like weird word saying victory. Which, that is a reference to Samurai Showdown, because they mistranslated the word victory. Because, in Japan they mix up L and R a lot of the time. Because I think it's because there's no separation between both of them in Japan. Which is why you'll see like a lot of translated media or whatever, the L and R's get mixed up. So, it's just because like there's no like separation between the L and R. Which is very interesting to think about, isn't it? Round number 4! It's Mamachi. Or Mamachi, or no, it's... We're gonna beat him! We got the power! The power! And I messed up. I know, we're not gonna beat him now. Oh no. We did beat him! Wow! We did it! We got the power! Nintendo Power. Come on, we gotta beat the Super Sentai Ranger. We gotta win against the Power Ranger. We now have true power. We are very much close to having all this power in our hands. Look at that character. It's such a weird looking thing. Woo! Gotta smash buttons. Smashing buttons. Smashing buttons. Doing everything to hit buttons. Another victory under the belt. Round number 7. It's Mimichi! Or no, it's Mimichi. Yeah, Mimichi. I always like the design of Mimichi. She's like one of those ones that's meant to represent older Tamagotchis way more, I think. And I think she works way better for that design. And we lost! No! You failed me. We had $120 though. That's good enough for us because we only needed... we did a bit of overkill on that. We only need a little bit more money. Go to the shop and let's buy a thing of a ticket. I don't want to... No, don't get on the balloon. In my arrogance, I was too impatient. Come on, time to leave your child behind and go on a trip across the world. I could say that because I doubt they'd take their child on the trip with them. They're probably like hiring a babysitter service. Actually, they don't even show them going in there. Away! Maybe they did take the child with them. They took the child. I could not imagine, like, a big old present coming out of nowhere. It's a panda. Did we already have the panda? I don't know if we have the panda. I can never tell with the tickets. So, like, that's like one of the bad parts about the ticket is it doesn't like label which ticket it is. So it's like, ew. Is that the only one we have? Yep, we already have the panda. No! Well, I wasted money on that. But I always like watching the airplane animation happen. Or did we already have the panda on this side? Is this what I'm thinking of? Did we have the panda on this side of the equation? Man, I really need to stop doing this episode pretty soon. Did we have the panda on this side? Nope, I paid for the panda 2 times on the other side. That's great. I need to, like, make a list of them. Like, what is it, the design sheet or whatever. Can someone, like, make, or I guess I should make a printout of that or something, I don't know. Make, like, a printout of each of the sprites or whatever that's been designed and be like, have I done this one? Have I done this one? Or is that, like, a guide on the internet? Like, is there a guide for the tickets to know which one is which? That'd be very nice if that is an actual, like, thing out there. But that is it for right now. We've done everything for this little episode. I'm excited for the elderly generation. We get to do a bunch of connections and finally do a connection marriage. I can't believe I've not done this. I've run so many of these connection devices, and this is the first time I'll be doing this. It was my fault for not knowing the V1 and V2 could do it. I did not know those two could actually marry each other. And now that I do properly know that they can sit down and like actually marry each other, I need to go back and run the V1 and V2 again at some point and be like, wow, marry them or whatever. Well, I don't know if I'll do V1 and V2 because the American connections all actually can marry each other. Like, I think the only ones that can't is the V5 and V6. Those two can't, I think. Maybe. I have to check the connection chart again. Someone gave me a chart, and I actually now know like which ones can and which ones cannot. So, but I want to end the episode for right now, because we have done pretty well with these Tamas. They got married, and they now have children. They have done things in their life, and they are now responsible parents, hopefully. But that is it for now. I need to get more money on this one. You need to get at least 1,000 gotcha points for it, so that it can have the nice little support egg for the whole poop man. But that's it for right now, so thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Woohoo!